up, Trucker Harley here. So now we're going to talk about what happens when you're done with CDL school and then you're on that next phase to wait for your trainer, and what can you expect. Well, the first thing is, how long is the wait? So this is all going to depend. So a lot of times if they flew you in or if they gave you a bus or whatever, you already have a hotel and they're transporting you back and forth to school. And then after you test out, at this point, they're going to analyze all the questions that they asked you and the availability of the trainers. And this is most likely how this is going to go. So either one or three things is going to happen. One, once you test out and you're good to go, you officially have your CDL, they're going to send you back to the hotel and you're going to wait for your trainer. Now, this could be the very next day. This can be even a week and a day. That is just here and there. You will never know the actual timing, but they will be communicating with you along the way. The second thing that can happen is they send you home. So if your trainer is going to take a little longer than a week or a week and a half, they'll typically send you home. And then when your trainer is en route, he's on his way back to the school, then they'll bring you back to the hotel so that the trainer can pick you up. Or lastly, if your trainer is going to be a while, they'll send you home and then they'll have the trainer route through your home or to a location close to your home where the truck has access to go through, and you'll meet your trainer passing through your house. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the things that kind of make your process a little bit longer if you're waiting for a trainer. So let's say you're a woman and you don't feel comfortable with a man trainer, or if you're a guy and you prefer women because you may get along better with women. So if that is the case, just know you might be waiting a little bit longer for a woman, because at most of these schools, women trainers are limited. Okay, there's not a lot of them. And the next thing would be a smoker. So a lot of trainers do tend to smoke. So if you want a trainer that doesn't smoke, you might also be waiting a little longer for a trainer. So this is all going to go by the questions they ask you, the answers you give them, and the availability of the actual trainer. So just be mindful, if you don't want a trainer that smokes, if you want a woman trainer, or if you tell them, I prefer, I'm black, I prefer to have a black trainer, or I'm Caucasian, I prefer to have a Caucasian trainer, or I'm Hispanic, I prefer to have a Hispanic trainer, or any of those things, you will wait a little longer if you have these type of requests. But it doesn't mean that they won't fulfill or try to fulfill your request, because they will. You'll just be waiting longer. So the next thing is, how long is the training? So this is actually going to depend on what school you go to, but training typically is anywhere from 6 weeks to 2 months. I went to CR England, and when I trained, it was a total of 6 weeks, but I actually finished in 4 because I got my driving done a little bit faster. So you can speed up the process at CR England. Other schools, I'm not sure, don't quote me on other schools, but it's typically in between 4 weeks and 2 months. Now, let's talk about the things that you should be learning with your trainer. So you're going to be learning backing, you're going to be learning docking, you're going to be learning how to check in and check out when you go to different facilities, you're going to learn how to do your maneuvers. So your trainer should be taking you to empty lots or truck stops in between loads and showing you how to do maneuvers to get you some practice. He should also be teaching you how to fill out your paperwork if the school that you go to requires a lot of paperwork. Also, how to use your Qualcomm, because you will be using that a lot to communicate with your dispatch or your DM. Also, you will be learning how to submit your paperwork. So when you go to truck stops, they use a machine. It looks like an ATM, or not an ATM, like a little office desk, and it's called TransFlow. So that's how you submit your paperwork to the company after you do your loads. They also have an app for this. They have a TransFlow app. Some companies will allow you to use the app, some companies won't. So that just depends. Now, be mindful, even though you're in training and your trainer is teaching you all these maneuvers, you are not going to be an expert, okay? So do not beat yourself up within this 6 weeks to 2 months, if you still don't know how to back, you still don't know how to do an alley dock, you still don't know how to do an offset, you don't know how to parallel park, that is okay. It comes with time, okay? Don't rush the process. Just pay attention to everything that the trainer is trying to give to you, and just process it, and you'll remember it when you get out there on your own. Your trainer should also be telling you how to slide your tandems. This is very important. So if your trainer doesn't teach you how to slide your tandems, please ask how to do that, because you're going to go to multiple facilities where you're going to have to slide your tandems back, and you're also going to have to know how to adjust your tandems back for the right weight for the scales, okay? This is so important. So you're gonna wanna ask your trainer how to do this. So after he teaches you how to slide them back so that you can get loaded, you should be going to the truck stops to scale, and then your trainer is showing you the paperwork from the scale and how to slide your weight so that it is balanced correctly, okay? Because anytime you slide your tandems to dock, your weight is gonna be off tremendously sometimes. So you also need to know how to slide it right. You should always have 12,000 pounds on in the front, and then you should have 36 and 36, okay? That's how it should be. 12, 36, 36. And what that means is you don't go over those numbers, okay? It can be under those numbers, but not over. And you should get accustomed to that middle number at 36 being higher than that back number at 36. But these are things that your trainer will explain to you, and I'll also be doing a video on how to adjust, how to slide your tandems, what these holes on your tandems actually mean and stand for, okay? After all that is said and done, you're going to get an evaluation from your trainer. Your trainer is then going to submit it, and a lot of the times your trainer does not tell you what he put in this evaluation, and that is just for protection for the trainer, because a lot of people get upset with the trainer and it can cause a lot of confusion and even fights if he tells you that you didn't pass. So excuse me. Excuse me. So a lot of times you will not hear from the trainer Jesus the trainer that you didn't pass. You will hear this from the school or your driver manager directly. So once your evaluation is done, and let's say you pass, either two things are going to happen. They are going to bring you back in to the facility, and they're going to bless you with the keys to your truck, or either with some schools, depending on where you go, if it is a partner school like CRST or CR England, most of the time they will put you with another driver. So it just depends on what school you go to, if you get your own truck or if they buddy you up. But at any time, if you don't feel comfortable and you feel like you need more training, always say, hey, I think I need a little bit more training before I go out there. But nevertheless, do not be scared. You're going to learn everything you need to know on the road, okay? You're not going to learn everything you need in that 6 weeks to 2 months. It's way too much information. So don't feel bad if the trainer missed a couple of things, because there's no way that he can teach you everything that you need to know that you're going to go through out here, okay? It's just trial and error, and you're going to learn it as you go. But anyway, I'm Trucker Harley. I'll see you guys on the road.